You've done it a million times, right? You see that perfect hotel, that flight, that appointment. You click book now. And just like that, it's yours. It really does feel like magic. But of course, it's not. Behind that one simple click is this massive hidden world of tech that has literally changed everything. So let's dive in and see what's really going on back there.
I mean, have you ever really stopped to think about it? How does that room you just snagged instantly vanish for everyone else on the planet? Or why does the price seem to jump around every time you refresh the page? Well, we're going to get into all of it. And to really get how amazing this is, we've got to take a quick trip back in time to see how things used to be.
Seriously, before the seamless world we know today, booking something was, well, it was a total headache. You were tangled up in phone calls, maybe even fax machines, just hoping and waiting for someone to get back to you. The move to seeing things happen in real time, that wasn't just a small step forward. No way. It was a full-blown revolution.
It's wild to think how far we've come. I mean, it all started with people manually taking down reservations. Then, in the early 2000s, we got these kind of clunky websites, right? But honestly, they were mostly just a digital version of that old, slow ask and wait game. Now, we don't just hope for instant confirmation, we absolutely expect it. And that expectation is all thanks to a massive shift in the tech itself.
So the big problem with those old systems came down to something called polling. And the best way to think about it is like this. Your web browser was basically that annoying kid in the back of the car on a road trip, just constantly asking the hotel's server, is the room free yet? How about now? Now? Is it free now? You can imagine, right? All that pestering just created delays, it created a huge risk of double bookings, and it was just a terrible user experience.
And then came the real game changer, a technology called WebSockets. This completely flipped the script. Instead of your browser doing all the asking, WebSockets open up this constant two-way conversation between your computer and the server. So now, when somebody else books that last room, the server doesn't wait around. It immediately pushes that update out to you and everyone else looking at that page. That's why the sold out sign pops up instantly. No more double bookings, just that smooth, seamless experience we all know now.
Okay, so that real-time magic we just talked about, that's really just the tip of the iceberg. It's the part we can all see. But what's holding it all up, hidden below the surface, is a foundation built on an ocean of data. I mean, a truly mind-boggling amount of information being processed every single second.
So just how big are we talking? Get this. The major booking sites handle 125 billion, with a B, search queries every single year. And that's not just when you book. That's every single time you search, compare prices, or even just daydream about a trip. It's just this constant worldwide flood of requests 24/7. And you know, all those billions of searches create an amount of data that's hard to even wrap your head around, 40 exabytes. What does that even mean? Well, to put into perspective, just 1 exabyte is like having 100,000 times all the printed material in the Library of Congress. So, yeah, we are talking about a true digital ocean of information. And look, it's one thing to just store all that data. It's another thing entirely to handle these crazy spikes in traffic. During the busiest travel seasons, the system is processing up to 7.8 million transactions every single second. Just think about the sheer power and engineering it takes to build something that can handle that kind of load without even breaking a sweat. It has to be rock solid. And when you look at the whole picture, this global setup is just an engineering masterpiece. They're keeping 19 petabytes of old data on hand, not just sitting there, but ready for analysis at a moment's notice. And get this, they have servers and hardware in over 60 countries. Why? All to cut down the response time by a few milliseconds, so your search feels absolutely instant, no matter where in the world you are. Okay, so we've established the system is dealing with a ridiculous amount of data. But how on earth does it go through millions of hotels to find the one that's perfect for you? Well, it's not just about having a bigger computer. It's about being smarter. This is where the AI, the algorithmic brain, really starts to shine. Yeah, this is so much more than a simple keyword search. Behind the scenes, you've got these powerful machine learning algorithms that are always working, always learning. They're turning that massive ocean of data into an experience that feels like it was made just for you. Every time you click on something, every time you don't click on something, the system is watching, and it's getting smarter. And the level of detail it tracks is kind of wild. It's looking at hundreds of different signals to build what's basically your unique travel DNA. It's not just about your budget.
It knows what kind of photos you pause on, if you prefer a city view or a beach, what you've booked in the past. It boils all this down to a profile with, on average, more than 800 different things it knows about your preferences. So you might be wondering, does all this actually work? Oh yeah, it works incredibly well. This AI-powered personalization leads to a 31% increase in how much people interact with the site, and even better, a 23% jump in the number of people who actually book something. And here's the kicker. It analyzes over 200 of your little digital clues to create that perfect recommendation in about 300 milliseconds. That's literally faster than you can blink. And let's be clear, that 23% increase in people booking, that's not just some cool statistic. For an industry this big, that is a massive, massive financial game changer. And that's exactly why this isn't just a neat little feature on the side. Hyper-personalization is their entire business strategy. It's all about putting the right option in front of you at the exact moment you're about to click buy.
But here's where it gets even more interesting. That AI brain, it's not just personalizing what hotel you see, it's also personalizing the price you see. It's called dynamic pricing, and it's the reason why the price for the very same room can bounce up and down all day long. You know how you refresh the page and suddenly the price is different? This is why. The system is juggling more than 30 different variables in real time. It's looking at how quickly rooms are booking up, what other hotels are charging, if there's a big concert in town. It's even looking at the weather forecast. It's basically a nonstop, automated negotiation happening every second to find the perfect price at that exact instant.
Okay, so we've seen how complex things are right now, but this technology is not standing still. So for our last section, let's look at what's coming next, because this story is far from over. So what does the future look like? Even more predictive and even more seamless. Think about an AI that doesn't just respond to your search, but actually anticipates what you need. It might suggest a weekend trip before you've even started looking. It'll get so good it can predict when someone's likely to cancel, freeing up that spot for someone else. And this kind of smart, touch-free system isn't just for booking hotels. It's coming for everything. Your doctor's appointments, dinner reservations, you name it.
So the next time you go to tap that Book Now button, just pause for a second and think about it. There's this incredible, invisible dance of technology happening behind the scenes. You've got real-time communication, oceans of data, and this super smart AI all working together, perfectly in sync, just to give you that simple, easy moment of convenience right in the palm of your hand.
And that really leaves us with one big question to think about. These systems are getting unbelievably good at figuring out what we want, maybe even before we know it ourselves. But as they shape the choices we see and the prices we pay, you have to ask, how much of our own decision-making are we slowly handing over to an algorithm? As this tech gets woven deeper and deeper into our lives, it's a really important question. Who's actually in the driver's seat anymore?